World Parkinson's Day last year asked us to make limericks about Parkinson's. I'm just an old lady who tries to fight Parkinson's with exercise, for I believe it will help me keep fit, and my doctor says that's very wise. I'm trying to find a good way to keep all my symptoms at bay. Doctors say that I ought to play some kind of sport, and they say I should play every day. It struck me that Parkinson's has got nothing remotely like a limerick, and it was a bad choice of subject. Because limericks is supposed to be funny, and Parkinson's is not funny. They say write a poem, but I can't write one. You ask me why I can't, and I reply, because my poems write themselves. My poems begin as tiny thoughts which grow slowly in my mind. My brain merely listens to what they say, seeking their meaning, working to find which words they need. My hand merely types, and the poems write themselves. I don't write them. My poems are like baby birds hatching in a nest. I watch them grow. I nurture them. I care for them as they form, becoming beautiful. I use the delete key and I change the words, but the meaning stays the same. The poems write themselves. I don't write them. You say, write a poem, but I can't write one. You ask me why, and I simply answer, poems write themselves. I wrote a poem called Rainbow once, and in this project we had painting and crayons and wax and chalk and goodness only what sort of colours, and we made beautiful rainbows and things, and I thought, hey, that goes with my rainbow poem. Red is my anger. Red is my fury. Red wants to cry out in frustration, throw things, break things, stamp and shout. Purple is my hurt. Purple wants to call small and weak. Blue is my despair. Poor, despairing blue cries out, why me? But gets no answer. Yellow is the happy sunshine of the good times. Progress, achievement, the feeling of getting somewhere. But yellow is always followed by purple. Never ending purple pain. Always there, always hurting. Green is my envy. I envy those whose lives are normal. Green is bad. It thrives on the red of my anger and the blue of my despair. Yellow hides, crying, beaten, while purple pain looks on bewildered, hurting again, hurting still, forever hurting. These are the colours of my rainbow. Sometimes I feel optimistic. The monster is waiting patiently, ready to pounce on me, ready to capture me, ready to devour me. I am the meal. I'll beat it though. I'll fight. I'll try my best. I'll give my all. I'll win. I must win. I'll exercise. I'll take tablets. I pause. I panic. It sneers at me, contemptuous, smug. It snarls and creeps stealthily forward a little, waiting. It knows who's in control. And so do I. But I won't give in. You can wait and watch, leer at me, monster, but two can play this game. I'm waiting too, monster. One day they'll find a cure, and then you will be dead. My life before my illness was concerned very much with exercise, with all sorts of exercises and sports, and starting with dancing. I danced in the toddler's class when I was 3. We all danced the polka, that was fun for me. In the ballet class they taught us the positions of in my fluffy green bolero, I looked so sweet. Dance then, dance Hilary, dance to the music, 1, 2, 3. Dance the polka and the ballet, dance bonny lass. Oh, how I loved my dancing class. There are a lot of verses of that, which you'll be grateful to know I'm not going to sing. These aren't all then. My world changed with diagnosis. I've noticed Parkinson's as other things as well, as Kathleen says. Firstly, just imagine a beautiful, warm, sunny summer's day. Birds are singing and long grasses are swaying slightly in a gentle breeze. A swallow is feeding, catching insects on the wing. It soars higher and higher in the clear air, before swooping once more to catch its unsuspecting prey. How happy the swallow is as it flies. It soars and dives and glides effortlessly through the skies all day long, all summer long. It has no idea how to fly. It just can. But think what the swallow's life would be like if one day it found it could no longer fly. That's what Parkinson's feels like in my life. Sometimes I get angry. The judge puts on his black cap and sentences the prisoner to death. With luck, death will be painless and it will come quickly. Parkinson's puts on his black cap and sentences the prisoner to something worse. He sentences him to live for the rest of his life in a body that won't function properly. It denies him the right to be the person he used to be, the poet he wants to be again. I'm the prisoner. I feel trapped, crushed by the strong iron bars of the prison in which I must live. I can't just live my life free to do what I want, free to be myself. When they diagnosed me Parkinson's, I thought I couldn't dance. People said I couldn't do it. I didn't have a chance. But I joined the Scottish Ballet and I learned how to do Zoom. And I danced one leg in my dining room. Dance then, dance Hilary, pliés and jetés, 1, 2, 3. And I still love my dancing and I didn't need my feet, because they let me do my ballet dancing sitting on a seat. When the doctors found arthritis, they were sure I couldn't dance. They may think you can't dance either. They may say you have no chance. But if they say you cannot do it, you should tell them they are wrong. Make your life a little lighter. Make the dance go on. Dance then, dance Hilary. Show them you can still dance, 1, 2, 3. Sing to the music, listen to the song. Make your life a little lighter. Show them you're a fighter. Make the colours shine much brighter. Make the dance go on. I started off by reading a little bit about my rainbow. After the work that we did in our group about colours, I added a bit to it, expanded it a bit to invisibility, because a lot of illnesses, a lot of pain is invisible, but it's still there. A tiny ray of white light shines unseen among a myriad dancing laser beams. It's invisible colours woven together to produce unity. The invisible colours of life, the colours of anger and serenity, anxiety, fear and trust, contentment and sadness, the colours of joy, eager anticipation and dread. Such was my life before illness. Parkinson's was the prism that split my light. Parkinson's broke down the harmony. The colours separated, fell apart. Red, yellow, green, blue, and purple. Red was my rage. Life was so unfair. I wanted to throw things, to tear things, to scream, to stamp, and to shout. Purple was my pain. A thick, sticky river of pain which wrapped itself round my limbs and changed my life. Blue was my despair. Yellow was the sunshine of my life. Yellow jumped and ran, danced and skied, swam, walked, laughed and sang. Yellow was happiness. Yellow was joy. But unkind Parkinson's cruelly banished yellow to the distant memory, and I began to envy those whose lives were normal. Green was the colour of my envy. The little line of white light was broken, damaged, interrupted. The colours glared too brightly. The harmony had disintegrated. The blue of my despair cried out, "Why me?" But there was no answer. I sought in vain some way to rejoin the separated strands, to put them back together, to make once more a pure white light. I didn't want to see the invisible colours. I wanted to be like life, to be like it was before. I didn't want to admit that perhaps, just perhaps, there'd always been invisible colours in my pure white light. And look, the colours are beautiful. Red is the colour of Christmas, robins, holly berries, and Santa. Green is the colour of the first tender shoots of the spring flowers, just beginning to poke through the dark earth. Crocuses are purple, little purple rays of sunshine, little purple rays of hope pushing bravely through the white snow. And the lovely, warm, yellow sun is still shining after the rain, and the sky is still blue. Some things are invisible, but we can find them if only we look.